Hey friend, Jacopo here. In this video, I want to take you behind the scenes of what a multiple six-figure business does and how it's structured, because I want to break down for you what's been working for my wife and I when we created this online business based on social media. And especially after 8 years working on this, we found a way that is sustainable as well as enjoyable as well as profitable so that you can maybe adapt a thing or two based on what you need to do in your business. What you're about to discover is exactly what made us able to collect 10 to 30, 35K a month consistently over the years, just by following three main pillars. But before I get into the pillars, I want to give you some kind of a backside story of how we started, what we did wrong, and how we got there, so that you can know exactly if it relates to you, if it doesn't, and what you can implement in your own business. Back in 2016, I was working in visual effects as a supervisor in big movies that even won visual effects Oscars. And my wife, Alessia, she were a professional ballet dancer, as she were on and off tours or even teaching in London. But our lives were pretty tough. So we decided to create a YouTube channel combining our talents and create educational videos for young dancers that wanted to do the profession. Even though Alessia didn't quite believe in the project, I did, because she was an amazing teacher. So what eventually it became a channel not for young dancers but for adults, because we realized that was the people that we were attracting. So our messaging was more in tune with this kind of people. So we doubled down on that and we started posting content for these adults that only wanted to dance ballet at home, just for the joy of it, right? It's a hobby, tiny hobby niche, what we created. My whole business plan was to grow as quickly as possible, get to millions of subscribers and leave off the ad revenue. Of course, that was a silly idea, but that's how we got started. Good thing is, with that in mind, we managed to grow quite quickly. After a couple of months, we managed to get 100 subscribers. After 4 months, 1,000. And at the end of year one, we were about 1,000 or 9,000 subscribers, something like that. I didn't know at the time that was an incredible result for a YouTube channel. I was quite sad about it actually, because of course I wasn't monetizing anything. We were constantly creating videos. We didn't know how to make it work. We didn't know how to present any paid product to anybody until one day Vimeo contacted us. You know Vimeo.com? Like one of those guys contacted us and said, guys, you have amazing content. Have you ever thought about creating a membership? Because we just acquired a company that does video hosting and we can host content under the paywall. It would be amazing, a great fit for us. You can use our software, you can monetize it, and we can take a share, all of that. So amazing, we went for it. We spent 6 to 7 months creating the best content we could for the membership, because we thought more content is going to be in the paid membership. Big mistake, but I'll get into that later. And then when we finished, we launched our product to our audience. We had more than 10,000 subscribers in 2017. And to our surprise, all of the people that saw our message, that saw our pitch on our YouTube videos, did not sign up to the membership. Very few people out of the thousands that were following us. And we had no idea why. But the problem was that to get there, to get to this launch, we got burnt out many times. We didn't know what we were doing. We were afraid of selling. We didn't know how to market ourselves and what was the best way to do it. And in this video, I just want to break it all down to you so that you know how to overcome all these obstacles that we've had. Because we went from that to creating a multiple six-figure business a year, selling digital products, not in the business niche, not in the make money online niche where you can charge bazillions dollars. This was low ticket to mid ticket products in a tiny hobby niche. The reason why I am recording this video is because since we've automatized all the process in the Lazy Dancer Tips business, which I created with my wife, like I told you before, now, after being 8 years behind the scenes, I can come to camera and share everything that we've learned, because the passion I have is to empower other creators not to struggle as much as we did, but to shortcut their journey to success, because you just need 3 main pillars to make this thing work. It's amazing to think that from being completely burnt out and content creation focused, we finally transitioned into knowing how to market, having the system to generate money in autopilot, knowing exactly what to publish and when, and have a sales system that it's pretty much going by itself. This allowed us to create this new project to empower other creators to do the same. At the same time, enjoying your life, enjoying your free time, only working on the things that you want to work without hating your life. We spent all of our life living in countries that we didn't want to live in, and now we are in a sunny place where we can enjoy the food and the lifestyle and the nice weather that this country offers, only because we managed to make this online thing work based on what we knew. So if you have an audience and you've got traction on your content, that's the first step. Let's move forward, because things are going to get exciting for you. The method we discovered is based on 3 main pillars. And the first pillar is called discovery. This is what I call it. I call it discovery because it's all based on organic content, even paid ads if you want to get into that. It doesn't matter. It's all about messaging, content and messaging that you put out in the world. It's basically, how do people discover you? You see, the content you put out should be tailored for a specific class of people that have specific frustrations, problems, aspirations and desires. So once you know who you're talking to, the more specific you are with your messaging, the way you speak to these people, the more selective your audience will become, and the more in tune everything you do afterwards will become for them. I'll give an example of messaging that we realized was really powerful for our own niche. Like, for example, we wanted to create videos about fitness and ballet. And Alessia, my wife, she thought, well, I'm just going to create content that I would have loved to have when I was younger, right? So fixing my younger self's problems. And then by doing that, she realized she was attracting adult dancers. So from that point on, we studied our avatar so well that now we know what the main pain points and desires are. So we can create content on that. For example, for Lazy Dancer Tips, our ideal client is someone that loves dancing. Maybe if they have done it when they were a child, but family or the environment stopped them from pursuing their career or their passion, people that feel like they're now too old, people that feel like now they are too unfit, or that they cannot step into something that it's always been perceived as for the elite. So the entire message that we started to acquiring for Lazy Dancer Tips was, if you have a body, you can dance. If you want to do ballet, you can. Here's why: because it's not intimidating. I can make you do it in a much easier way. You could do it from home. And yes, you don't have to be afraid of judgment, because you can do it in the comfort of your home. That was our own messaging pillars, and we started posting videos about that, empowering adults to pursue something that society and the environment always told them they could not do it. We were the difference. We stood out because of that, and that was crucial for our brand to grow so much that people said, yes, Alessia is my teacher, I need to get more from her. Once you get discovered from social media, then you can move them into your ecosystem where you can control how you nurture them. And the second pillar is exactly that. It's called nurture. Nurture is not just email marketing, it's also what kind of long-form content you create. Because once people find you, they might be ready to buy from you right away, they might be sold right away, but the majority of people will not. And what do you do with those? Like any relationship, it takes time to develop. Some people might take months or even years before they feel comfortable buying from you. So our second pillar is all about taking care of your email list and your long-form content. This is where we want to stand out from the transactional world of online marketing, where everything needs to convert immediately. Which funnel do I follow? What click-through rate do I have? None of that stuff is important at this stage, at least for us. We don't pretend we know everything. This is just what sparked joy, like Alessia says all the time. You don't want to do something that makes you feel salesy. So we started being more human and just following our guts, which is what I encourage you to do as well. If it feels good to you, probably it's the right direction to go. We just happen to create a system out of it. And the middle of the funnel, the nurture pillar, is such a crucial part because it allows you not to ever sell at the phone or via Zoom. And even if you do get into calls, the sales, it's not pushy or hard at all because people have consumed your content. They know what you're all about. They've binge watched you. They got results. They know you, the intimacy of your method, and they're ready to go. But when they're ready to go, how do you sell to them? That's our third pillar. It's your sales system. Pillar number 3 is very impactful. In fact, it's called impact. And this was crucial for us to understand that more content is not an offer. Nobody wants more content. Content is for free. It's on Google, it's on YouTube, it's everywhere on social media. So you cannot sell that. And we had to learn that the hard way. We tried at the beginning. we told our members, our YouTube members, hey, there's more content here, but you gotta pay for it now. Well, that didn't respond well to that because they were used to getting free content from us. So content is not an offer. On the other hand, if you know how to craft an offer that is based on benefits and the vehicle is content, that's a different thing. We learned how to transition from selling sessions to selling results, to selling content into selling outcomes. And we realized we needed way less content than before. We didn't have to create new content every month as long as what we promised was fulfilled at the end of the process. For example, our membership was very hard to sell because we promised more ballet video, and they already had them on the YouTube channel. But what did we do instead? We created an entry point course, a 4 weeks beginner's ballet course that took you from zero to learning the foundation of ballet so that you'll be able to follow a beginner ballet class. This was exactly what our crowd wanted. And the good thing was, it was only 4 weeks and you could do it from home, so you don't have to step into an in-person class, and it would be much easier to deal with in terms of judgment, self-consciousness, all of that kind of stuff. That course sold thousands of copies. And the good thing is that course was an introduction to our membership. So after the 4 weeks, you've learned some ballet steps, you know how to follow a class. Do you think you wanna keep on working on your skill and progress and step into a community to share your progress and be cheered on? Also having even more access to Alessia as a coach that can give you correction, that became a no-brainer offer for us. So coming from, hey, join my membership, I've got more videos, into a path, a journey, now we started calling it journey, made all the difference. And we didn't need so many videos because people don't care how many videos you have. Actually, the less videos you have, the better, because now they can follow a path that you already designed for them. And if you present that offer properly, it becomes a no-brainer. And that's why this is so crucial for any business to have an offer that makes sense, that attracts people, that get them result, and also get testimonials that you can feed back into your content, impact even more people, and have a vicious circle. Not a vicious circle, but a virtuous circle into your ecosystem. Let me share the screen and show you some results from our clients to show you how amazing this method is. For example, Alberto. Alberto is an incredible human being. He was an ex-obese and he managed to completely transform his physique, and now he's helping people with body recomposition. After working with us, he managed to increase his prices, help more than 50 people in 2023 alone, with an offer of around $1,000. And meet Sarah. She's also an amazing human being. She helps first responder and military veterans regain their mental health. And she's been doing tracks in the Himalaya, and she's been struggling to sell those. And after working with us, she sold out in every track that she managed to put together. Because they were selling so well, she also managed to have more tracks in a year to bring people to Nepal with her, and it's been an amazing journey seeing her grow. Even Aiko crushing it on social media, but she didn't really have a sales page to sell in autopilot. And then when we started working with her about her messaging and her sales page, she put together an amazing sales page that started selling for her.
I actually have a very nice sales page now because of your help.
Yeah, good.
And it's working by itself.
That's amazing.
The page is just sitting there and attracting new clients.
And then there's Linda, which she didn't have any following on social media whatsoever, but she managed to work on her messaging with us. And in the first month of publishing content on social media, she managed to gain 740 new leads in just about a month. And now she's ready to launch her program, which is insane. I mean, this stuff really, really works. So let's recap. Our method is based on three main pillars. The first one is called discovery, and it's all about the messaging and the type of content that attracts your ideal clients. Give them results in advance and move them into your ecosystem, your email list. The second pillar is called nurture, and is all about nurturing your email list and how to create and build mid of the funnel content, long form content to nurture your people. You want them to be aware of what you like, your life stories, your personality, your method in details, why you do the things you do, what excites you, why did you start where you started, all of the things that are just basic human connection. In this era of AI and anything can be faked with a simple app on your phone, what do we crave? Human connection. We don't know what to trust anymore. I don't even know what I believe in news because everything can be faked. So the more genuine we are with our content, especially long form content where people can get deeper into what we want to spread, that's going to be the selling for you. That content is going to sell you to your ideal client, and your ideal client will be incredibly aware of everything you do by the time they contact you. They will know who you are, what you do, how they can work with you, and what it entails. They have already pre-sold, and you don't have to sell anything. You don't have to sell hard. That's the beauty of pillar 2. Pillar 3 is all about creating irresistible offer that makes sense for your audience, but also it's a business model that you like. It's a system model that's scalable, that's reliable, you enjoy running, and they will make your lifestyle exactly what you desire. Again, I don't pretend that I know everything because I don't. There are many people doing different things and they all work to some extent. I'm just here to tell you what worked for us. What we found was the hard way. We actually discovered how to market something that people weren't even aware they could have it. We found a niche that wasn't a hobby niche, so there was no much pain in there. That's why we struggle so much to make it work. And all of these practices are so powerful that we managed to grow a multiple six-figure business even in a tiny hobby niche. Imagine if you are working in one of the big 3 painful industries like money, relationships, or health. Because if we manage to have cash flow of 10, 20, 30, 40K a month sometimes, on a tiny hobby niche, imagine what you could do if you could position your services or your products better using our 3 main pillars. The reason why we are working on this passion project, Profitable Talents, is because I've been behind the scenes for 8 years and I felt like I had so much value to give. And now it's the time for me to come out of the backstage and share everything I've learned working on the system, on the marketing, on the offers and all of that jazz. So now Alessia and I are working with content creators and coaches that not necessarily have a big audience. They just are posting on social media regularly and they have great products that they're already selling it, but they want to amplify it. Maybe coming from $1,000, $2,000 a month to 10,000 plus a month. This is what we can work on together because of our 3 pillars. This is what we would do if you would hire us today. The first thing we would do, we would analyze your current assets. what you have available, what you've built, what kind of audience size you have, what messaging, and everything you've done so far. Then we would set goals with you, like what do you want to do in 1 year time? Now, it doesn't matter that we're going to take a year to get there. You just want to know what you want to do. So set financial goals and lifestyle goals as well. Because I don't care if you're making the money and hating your life. We want to achieve the financial and the lifestyle at the same time. And after that, we would just go through our steps and tools to fix your 3 pillars. We're going to fix your brand and messaging first, to make sure you attract the right people. Then we're gonna go through all of the neat things you need to do to improve your mid of the funnel content, your email marketing and long form content. Then we'll have a look at your sales system. Have you got your sales assets? Have you got a system that it's automated for people to get into your and buy your product automatically? Is there a system for you to easily get in touch with people and have sales conversation in the DMs or even in Zoom if you want to, or even via email if you want to? It should be incredibly easy to manage, but it should be deliberate. Deliberate in a way that you should know exactly what would happen to somebody discovering you from social media all the way down to buying your core product. This is what we want to streamline for you, but also we want it to make sense in terms of numbers, in terms of structure, and in terms of how you would run it, because it should be easy and joyful and fulfilling, okay? The last piece of the puzzle will be to launch your core product. After we revamped your offer, we wrote a new sales page, we've got new people coming in your funnels. We want to launch your product in the best way possible, and we launched many products so many times that did amazing. So you can just take our method and install it into yours and have a great launch. Then after the launch, you can choose whether to keep it evergreen or to launch it again. It's up to you. Then after that, it's just a rinse and repeat. But I can imagine you might have specific questions related to your own business, messaging, and systems. So if you feel like everything sounds good and you want to get it going, but you have specific questions related to your business, just find me on Facebook or Instagram and send me a DM with the word launch, and we'll mastermind a plan together. No strings attached. If you're not a good fit, it's okay. It's just about getting value from each other. I want to give value to you as much as possible. Again, if you have specific questions, find me on Facebook and Instagram, send me a message. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.